Hey, what's going on there, friends? My name is M28 and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony for the Nintendo Switch. We're all hopped up last time. Another murder has happened, and it is of Angie here in her Ultimate Artist Lab. Who could have possibly done that? That is what we're going to be finding out here in this episode as we get started on the investigation. We've already investigated stuff in her lab where her body is found. So now we're going to be looking all over the academy into looking for some more clues. The first thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to go to the Ultimate Anthropologist lab to see if there are any clues there, because as we saw in the crime scene that a katana that came from the Anthropologist lab is found there. So let's go ahead and enter the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. We're also going to head over to one of the empty rooms because Korekiyo is doing something there. So let's see what's that about. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from... Alright, let's go and talk to Maki first. Maki's with us right now. First, we should confirm whether the katana used in the murder really came from here. Still, there's tons of weird-looking stuff in this place. I thought it was all a bunch of useless junk at first, but I guess it's not. Sorry, don't mind me. Okay, here we go. The exhibit case. It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath. Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of this.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all. Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same way with my lab too. Okay.
Oh?
What are you guys doing here? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the scenes? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess this is your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the scenes, so I came back to get it. Something for the scenes? That white sheet over there. We brought the wooden dog statue from the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
so that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the scenes before I got the sheet. Why do you need to study? I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
It says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Cage Child scenes? Kokichi flipped through the old book he picked up. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Cage Child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. In order to perform the Cage Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium and a dark place with no light, just like Kyo said. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Cage Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage. Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations. The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue? When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The scenes will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Cage Child song. After the song, ask, "Is the Cage Child?" Then say the name of the spirit. I don't understand this. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it says. My head is spinning from that.
But...
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? So then why didn't Angie's plan work out? Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I have already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
Right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the scenes without it. But is it even possible contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi? You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know. The scenes hasn't even started yet. Maybe it's better if you join them. You think so?
Don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. So then what are you gonna do? But whether or not you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens.
Okay.
Now you're talking.
Alright!
Well, I'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one. Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room. Okay, what else is there to see here regarding... How about this? The Cage Child book is still here. Kyo said that he has read it so many times he recited it by memory. I suppose he doesn't need it to perform the scenes. Maybe... I don't know. It's packed with books and scrolls. They're all weathered and old. Now, no time to read. Is this it? Okay. So, are we going to the middle room now? Okay, let's go to the center room. Oh my god, we're hearing this creepy music again.
Hello.
So Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the scenes as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us. Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the medium, may join.
Oh, man.
Well, Keyboy, you're out. What? Why are you kicking him out? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while. Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice. Isn't this like... To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo. Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out and after forcing me to come? Yes, I feel guilty.
Do not mock me!
No one's apologized yet.
Oh, man.
Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude!
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the scenes as soon as possible. But I don't want to forget this betrayal, Shuichi. I'm sorry?
So then...
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you understand?
Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salts, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon. You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then...
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the scenes fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the
Do
picture.
not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Cage Child's song memorized. You must do the same. I have to memorize it? I have copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
Huh? Oh.
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to task. Here's the melody. I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics. Well, how does it go?
Okay.
Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective.
Well then...
Then let us begin the ritual right away.
How exciting!
We finally get to see Angie!
So then...
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. Okay? I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
Why? Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
Yeah? That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
By the way...
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Yes!
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. It seems like the two of them made up. That's good. So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let's begin. Alright, Himiko, I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle. Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake! I have 5-star flexibility!
So then...
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
Let's see.
First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully so as to not disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. All right, everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
How were we able to lift that statue over there and not step on the salt at all? That was a very narrow path.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Oh, holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
That's an excuse.
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. So then...
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Well then...
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing. We each stood in a different corner.
Now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
How are you gonna light the Oh, okay.
I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to the corner. Then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kyo led us all in the Cage Child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At
Not even like in sync of the song.
within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be two or just one? Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl? At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say,
Is the Cage Child Angie Yonaga? He began calling. Now if the medium answers.
say,
Is the Cage Child Angie Yonaga? What's going on?
say.
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
Hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear that you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer?
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Well.
Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tanko in there?
I see, yes.
I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait, dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove the objects from the magic circle must be with the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful not to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh? Perhaps.
Something is amiss. Himiko ran toward the cage at a sprint. But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and...
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Mono Fanny's green puke was predicting this tragedy.
Ah!
The puke's color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. The second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
What?
Tanko? Seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How did this happen?
Tanko! Gonzo's so sorry! Gonzo no could protect you! Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting a seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know what's happening.
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away?
Say.
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tanko, yes?
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
What happens in the event there are two murders by two people? What if there are two Blacken? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? What would happen?
Not that.
Why do you look so lost, Monodam? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do, really. I don't know. They're all disorganized? If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help. Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that. It's all your fault, Mono Fanny. Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That oughta snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodam. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. You're making me blush. Wait, what? There's another one?
Thank you so much, my adorable darling. With you running ahead of me, I was able to fully enjoy a relaxing vacation. Oh, that tickles. Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Dad, your tongue feels amazing. This better not awaken anything in
No.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax. Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Wait, so then who's this Baldy then?
Yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer. I got to cover me while I was gone. Here's your pay, like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here. I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. and now it disappeared. Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again? Oh, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are 2 blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first serve. What?
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words...
In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tanko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. What? Tanko's killer wasted a kill, and Tanko herself is a waste of a victim.
Now then,
Wait, are you serious?
go ahead.
Wait, so does this mean there's 2 different killers?
Father!
Everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing. You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Probably should have said that to Monokid and Monosuke before they died. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go. That's why he's so amazing. Please lift me some more, Daddy.
So long. Farewell.
Wait, aren't we gonna get the Monokuma file for Tanko? So to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer. But we don't know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tanko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited. You are a freaking psycho. Shuichi, this is bad. This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tanko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused. I'm in no shape to help right now. So this is where you need to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. Wait, we have one? Did we have one and I just didn't pay attention? The victim is Tanko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. A stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse.
Jeez.
God, not again.
Hey!
What? Curse?
Kaito, calm down.
No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
A dull sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you in Maki roll. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tanko's death as our own lives are at risk. That's true, but Angie and then Tanko. And to think earlier, I was suspicious of Tanko. I'm sorry, Tanko.
How can this be?
It's all Gonzo's fault. Gonzo failed to protect friends again. Tanko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder, because I'm a detective.
Well...
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to. Gonzo bring candles from the other room to make this room bright, okay? No, that won't be necessary. Yeah, that's not necessary at all. Why?
Listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. Wait, you have a new power?
His eyes lit up! I, Miu Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy diamond!
Oh, man.
What a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
That would be funny. But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Kibo's flashlight function. Is that important? Oh, okay. Kibo's right there. I was wondering where Kibo went. I thought Kibo like disappeared for some reason. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
Because.
Cry won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right, Tenko would want us to figure out who, so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. God, that's so crazy! I never thought that someone would die during an investigation.
Well.
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top, that's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
This.
But if someone wants to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so,
Okay.
right? Yes, I suppose.
Hey!
Himiko, be strong, Himiko! Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break. But she not talking, it's like Himiko not even there. She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now. Dang.
Why?
First Angie, then
How can
Tenko?
this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends?
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Okay.
That cannot be.
Why did this?
I knew it.
Kiyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Of course.
Of course, I am shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all these steps flawlessly. He seemed more concerned by that than the murder.
Yes.
If we performed the caged child again and summoned Tenko's spirit this time...
Stupid.
Cut the crap, just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
see, yes.
True, it may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
That's so.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then, all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the Caged Child song. The seance should have been complete, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought perhaps someone may have tripped. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kiyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... Yeah, it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance. But would it not be difficult to in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
See, yes.
There's another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in there?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. This investigation, oh my god, is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for getting Kibo his new function.
No.
Huh?
This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be?
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron.
There's no other possibility. It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is a point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. Wait! I see something underneath her. That must mean she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? It said 11. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. That's all you could think about? Okay, here we go. Tenko's body. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Will Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Her death might have not been instant, but she could have gotten far before she bled out. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
That's obvious.
Quick deaths are my specialty.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. Oh my god. Okay, marker stone. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be... Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I place here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. But then also... Oh, okay, here we go. Crooked floorboard. This floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko. Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance. Why would it come loose during the seance? A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Okay, that's definitely an important clue. This is the cage used in the seance. It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage, big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
hey,
Look at this!
is this...
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. It probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
that's true.
I imagine so. This splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility. Wow, I just cannot believe this. Ruined magic circle. Is the magic circle Kiyo drew on the floor? Well, at least it was. It's been completely stumped over. I suppose it was unavoidable. Was this drawn with salt? Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous. Ridiculous? I performed many successful seances. Why? I've even had spirits enter my... Shut up, I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kiyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dogville document.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kiyo? He seemed depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Okay. There's a white cloth in here. It's a white sheet we use for the seance. This was placed on top of this cage. Kiyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque? And on the back. Look, there's a bloodstain on it, that right around the middle of the sheet.
But
there's no hole in the fabric, which means Tanko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. Maybe somebody from below the, from the 3rd floor just stabbed Tanko while she was underneath, because the floorboard was loose. That's a very good theory. I have a very good theory about that. So what dog statue used in the seance? I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy. Kiyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother?
I'm kidding. Is this...
If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tanko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
You're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding either. How about the candles? Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. So, how did the culprit kill Tanko in complete darkness? Is that it? Hole in the corner? There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole? Looks like there's a space underneath here. Hold on. I can see something below. Looks like something dropped down there. Was something dropped from here?
Hey.
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? It seems very dark down there. What should we use for light? Let's bring a candle with Kibo's light from up here. That should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down. Oh, we're going down? I pulled off some floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all floors.
okay.
Let's look around for clues. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around this dusty place.
Okay.
What the heck? Bloody sickle? What is that? There's a sickle here? And there's blood all over it? The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon. This came from my research lab. It did? A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches. And since Tanko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tanko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach your neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were able to stab into with a 6-inch blade, then it would depend on Tanko's posture. But I don't think it's impossible.
Hey,
If the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tanko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark, or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Okay. Bloodstain here. Blood's dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tanko's. How about this? There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tanko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
hey.
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
What do you mean?
Did Tanko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these bloodstains here aren't completely dry. There must be a reason these particular stains are dry. Is that Angie's blood? That might be Angie's blood. So maybe our theory that there's 2 different killers might be false. I have a theory that there's definitely, like, they're killed by the same people. Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
Hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part has rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might have make it impossible to move around in
Nope.
here. Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now. True. They used a light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? Is this it? Cut crosspiece? Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion is missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken up naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose does this serve? The floorboard underneath Tanko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? I think we've finished investigating here.
Is that alright?
You want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. Holy moly. After Maki and I crawled out from under this floor, we put the floorboards back. And returned to our investigation.
by the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tanko have different killers, then the Blackened we need to vote for is
right.
the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said. So instead of investigating Tanko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the 2 who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded.
It's a lie!
Wait, what? Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? What are you doing? Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood loss. I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
That's so mean.
That got me good, because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck. Wait.
Huh?
Confidence! Dreams! That's what the Killing Game is all about! Killing Game fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes! Baseball, soccer, mobile games! They're all nothing compared to the Killing Game! The Killing Game just can't be beat! Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds!
Wait, time's up already?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trial, so see ya there. Why don't you just clean yourself up for a bit before you go?
That's true.
Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes. What are you staring at? Do you want to die? We're going already? But, oh my god. The funny thing is, right after we left the room, I was about to end the video, but I guess I can't really do that. I'm gonna continue recording. Also, I like how there's like panic music as we're making our way to the trial grounds. But god, I can't believe it. I had a feeling that 2 people were gonna die, but when only Angie died, I thought that was it. But then somehow Tenko died during the investigation, for that matter, and I was not expecting that at all. And the reason I had a feeling that 2 people were gonna die is because, in the first 2 games, 2 people died in the 3rd chapter. So, man, things are gonna get pretty rough in this investigation, or at least in this trial. Because every time a double murder happens, things get really rough. So, I'm not excited for this particular trial, I think. This trial is extremely complicated, actually. I said that the 2nd chapter trial was complicated, but I have a feeling this is going to be even more complicated. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less than us of us.
Oh.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta needs to do his best. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level. What's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito? I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault? You don't need to worry about dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
You're calling everybody, all 6 people that have died, dipshits?
booyah!
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Angie loved most of all.
Well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua. So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
True. Actually, before I met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you gonna say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
That's right.
He made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already. Yeah.
There's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something. What should I say? Why did the seance fail? I never did figure out why. I see, he's still more interested in that than the case.
damn.
This trial's gonna be rough since I couldn't do any investigating. It's alright. I respected Angie and Tenko so much since the moment we met. Really?
Right already.
It's a lie.
You guys had me figured out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act. Kokichi never changes, no matter what the situation he's in. I see you cleaned out your face. How did you do that so quickly?
Listen up!
Stop using your brain so I don't have to. My golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world. Are you sure? You're really dumb for you being an inventor.
Please wait.
I do not know if it can be attributed to God per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do. I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it.
On your knees!
Why the heck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemingly.
You're so
That
dumb.
inner voice is probably just a radio or something, like in taxes and stuff.
That is not
It was
fun.
unwise of me to confide in you at all. Gonzo do his best to help. Oh, Himiko's still depressed about Tenko dying. So in the end, the culprit really was... No, it's nothing. We can talk about it once the trial starts. I don't know who the culprit could be.
Okay.
Atua and Ghost don't matter right now. The culprit is among us. Then again, I say that every single time the trial begins, where I have basically no idea who the culprit is, so... Until, like, later on down the line. As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors step aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future, or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mono damn sad. As much as I'd like to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started!
Extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tanko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.